Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new to my videos, I don't care about intros, I don't care about greeting you. I just want to get straight to the point why you're here, which is how to get this car if you're not financially ready, how to get it on Turo, how to get a car on Turo if you physically can't afford it, if you're too young, if you feel like you don't have time. So we're going to be talking about the excuses that all of you guys make and how to correct them. First, I want to talk about how if you're not financially ready. Getting this car costs next to nothing for me. I had to put no money up for getting this car to put it on Turo. You're probably asking, how does that work? Well, there's a little thing called financing. You basically go to a bank, they give you a big sum of money up front to buy the car, and you make payments to the bank every single month, giving them a little extra so they could take. That extra they take is called the interest rate. Now, not everyone could get financing. So if you're 18, 19 years old, you never had a credit card, you have no credit history, your credit score basically has nothing on it. You have no loans, you have no payment history. There's a good chance you're not getting this car. If you're in that position, you have no credit history, but you're working a job, you're making about $400 a week, you're 18 years old, you just don't have credit cards or anything, well, that's good news because you probably can get approved for this car as long as you have proof of income, 2 pay stubs, or a cosigner. It depends on which financial institution you want to go to, but a lot of them will let you get this car as long as you show proof of income. The amount they give you, though, will be limited. Since you're a new person to them, you don't have any history, they're probably not going to give you $25K for a car, probably under $18,000. Now, if your mom or dad or friend cosigns, then they're going to approve you, but obviously that's a big risk to the person that is cosigning. If you do have a credit history and you have a 670 score and you frequently miss payments, you're also in a tough position because it's going to be hard to finance a whole car to put on your credit because banks already don't trust you. Banks want to trust you to give you the money. So if you have a low credit score, I would work on a month or two trying to improve that, or save up as much money as possible in a month or two to put down as a payment so the bank will trust you more. A lot of the times these institutions want to see you put your own bread in the game. They want to see you put your money down, and that lets them trust you a little bit more. Now, if you're above the age of 18, 21, you do have a credit history and you can get this car, that is great. Get the car, because we're going to talk about in a little later this video why it's so beneficial to put a car on the platform. Now, the next excuse is time. Time was the biggest excuse for me. I was like, how the heck am I going to deliver this car at the Buffalo airport, clean it all the time? Because I was a D1 athlete, that's 4 or 5 hours a day at school, plus school, that's another 3 hours, plus trying to work a job before I quit. I was literally all over the place, and I was like, I can't do Turo. But then I was questioning, like, how does everyone else make the time? How does everyone else get ahead? So I committed, knowing I had none of that figured out. And I'm glad I did, because now I can teach you guys that you don't have to have it figured out. Turo, on the application, on the software, you can put in settings, you can put in time slots. You're only available to drop off and pick up the car in these timed hours. And what that allows you to do, if you have a random gap in the day between 2 and 4, people can pick up the car between 2 and 4. So it works out. Turo's not going to screw you over. You can block out your hours. Me personally, I figured it out where I don't even need to block off hours. If someone has a car that they need to pick up at 3 and I know I'm working at school from 1 to 6, I can't drop off the car. What do? I clean it in the morning and then I go drop it off. Don't use time as an excuse. If you work a 40-hour-a-week job, you're working the normal 9 to 5 or 7 to 5 or whatever, you have to get your bookings a day before, clean them, drop them off, and get a ride to work. That's how you do it. Me personally, I always needed to ask people for rides. So what did I do? I bought a beater car for $3,000 and I drive it around when all my cars are rented out. But I got it so automated to the point, it's usually I always have a car that I'm renting to drive for myself. So now we talked about money, financing. So now we talked about time. Now, a lot of you might not fall into this category, but if you fall under the age category, you're under 21. I started when I was 19. What did I do? I went to a trusted friend. I was like, hey, can we put this on your account? It's a big ask for them because that money is getting paid to them via 1099 form. And what that means is they have to pay taxes on it. It falls under their social. So if you screw them and you don't give them tax money at the end of the year, then that's all on them and they're screwed. And they're probably not going to be a friend with you at that point. So what do you have to do? You have to save money from what you make on Turo, give them for taxes plus a little extra. Now, it seems like when I'm telling you this, like, how am I going to let anyone do that? How am I going to convince anyone to do that? But guys, it's possible. I have 3 people that would do it for me because they're making money with it. Now, if you even let them help you in your business as well, like they could drop off and pick up cars for even extra money, they're going to be so with it. If you're under 21, you could do that. Or some people do it through their parents, which a lot of parents will say yes because they understand the grind, they understand the struggle. So that's friend or parent. Now, if you can't do either of those, this one's a little more in depth and it is a little more complicated. But basically, you would get these cars and finance them through an LLC, which is hard to do because an LLC is very hard to get funding for a car if you have no prior credit history in that LLC, but it's possible. I haven't done that, but I transitioned all my cars to an LLC, so nothing's under my personal name anymore. It's under my business, and what that does is it mitigates all the risks. So if anyone tries to sue me, they can only get what is in the LLC. So now we talked about age, so now we talked about time, so now we talked about money. So now we talked about age, so now we talked about time, now we talked about money. So what is holding you back is my big question. You're gonna get the car. Your car note is only gonna be $300 to $400 a month. Now, if you're trying to choose which car to get, everyone's gonna tell you, oh, this brand does better on Turo. No, this brand does better on Turo. Scrap all of that knowledge, guys. I promise you right now, there's 3 types of cars that go on Turo. 1, the lowest, 3, the highest. The lowest is cash cars. These cars you can usually buy with the money you have sitting in the bank account. They're usually cheaper cars, under about 12 grand, and they call them cash cars because you really don't need a note for them. A lot of people have enough money saved up where they could start. The benefit of that is you're gonna have no loan note. The downside of that is you're putting up a lot of money up front into a car, and yes, you have the car in case anything happens, you could sell it, so it's not like you're losing all that money. You're losing a lot of money from your bank account balance. So we moved to financing. Financing is anything between, you know, 10 to 25,000. I wouldn't go over that. That's a used car. You can get a car, go find somewhere. It doesn't matter which type. I would stay away from Germans, BMWs, Audis, Mercedes, anything fast. Tesla is the highest I'd go because this is still like an economy car, believe it or not. But I would stay with your Toyotas, any economy cars, Kias, nothing's too fancy. The fancier the car, the faster it is, the higher chance people have of ruining it. Take it from me, take it from all the people I learned from. That is a valid fact. So there's cash cars, there's economy cars, which I want you to be in the cash or economy. Probably economy because you don't really need to put anything up front. You can go get financing for this car like I did. I had to pay no money up front. I got the money from the bank, brought it to the dealership. The dealership gave me the car, and my first payment was deferred for 45 days. Now, what do I had to put money down on? My insurance. I had to put $100 down on my insurance for most of my cars just to activate the policy. That's different from everyone, but if you don't have $100 and you want to start a business like this, guys, go do DoorDash for a week and you can have 600 bucks. It's very, very, very simple. You can't be stressing about money because you need to put a little skin in the game to make money. So when someone tells you start Turo for $0, hypothetically you can, but most likely you're not going to. There's always going to be a little skin in the game. Now, you got your car on the platform. If you stuck to the economy car route, something like this or a Kia, that's very, very good because now you can expect to make anywhere from 45 on the extreme low end to $75 a day for an economy car. And I have a calculator that's linked in the description. I'm giving you totally for free. All you have to do is go to the link, press make a copy in the Google Sheets, and then fill out all the red boxes. And this will tell you how much you're gonna be spending per month as a fixed expense on your car note, your insurance, your maintenance, and your car wash subscription. That's your fixed cost. And it's gonna estimate how much you're gonna make per month renting out this car. So on average, it's safe to assume you rent out this car for anywhere from 18 to 25 days a month. So pick a number like 20 days per month, multiply it by the price that you see it listed for on Turo in your area. Go to Turo.com, search Rochester, New York, see how much that car's going for, minus $10 to $15 per day of that, so you know what you're gonna be profiting because Turo is gonna take their cut. So you do, let's just say if it's on Turo for 75 a day, you're gonna go into the calculator, you're gonna put 60 a day, 65 a day, times it by 20 days, and that'll get you how much you're gonna estimate to make a month. Now you get that number, you subtract it from your expenses, and then in there, it does it all for you. It's gonna tell you your depreciation, your tax rate, and all the good stuff. The hidden one is depreciation, no one tells you about. So that calculator is very beneficial. I'm not gonna explain it too much. Go look down there, it's very simple to use. Now, once you see you're making a little bit of profit a month, you're probably gonna be between $400 and $700 profit a month. Don't rely on that number. That's a rough figure, and don't hold yourself to that. But it just shows you that you will be profiting at the end of the day after everything everyone tells you, oh, don't do Turo because of this, the risk. You're gonna profit. So it's good. Look at that calculator to see if you even wanna do Turo. Now let's talk about risk real quick because everyone's like, oh, Turo's such a risk. People ruin your cars, yada, yada, yada. Personally, I have a bunch of cars on the platform. For me, it's not risk. I am not emotionally obsessed with any one of these cars. I know they can get destroyed in 2 seconds. They're not my babies. I don't daily drive them. I drive a beater Buick every single day. These cars are just money makers. They're gonna get smoked in, they're gonna get dent, they're gonna get scratched, you're gonna have bad guests, you're gonna have people leave drugs in them. Guys, that's a small percentage of the time. But even it being a small percentage of the time, when that happens, believe it or not, if you have everything documented like you're supposed to do, you're gonna make money on that. Every time someone smokes in my car, I get a $150 smoke fee and I get a $150 cleaning fee. And usually people are like, oh, it's so hard to get it approved. It's so easy to get approved. I found straight hacks to get it approved. I don't want to give it away because I don't even know if it's allowed, but it is in the program below. It tells you everything. It breaks down every single thing you need from this platform and it'll get you started. I've had 3 people this week who I've coached and they've got cars on the platform. 2 got bookings in their first week. The other one just got it listed and he got a GPS installed. He's a little slower, but he didn't get it. He didn't get a booking his first week, so I can't promise you're going to, but people are getting this done. If you feel motivated by yourself and you feel like you can do this on your own, you can. There's gonna be a lot of errors that you run into, which is natural for business, and you can thrive. You can do it. Now, if you want a little help along the way, I'm there for you. I built out a program to help you guys. Why would I build out a program to help you guys? Well, I have Turo as an income, I have investing as an income, I have coaching as an income. I believe God brought me to this earth to teach. Everyone says I have valuable teaching skills, so I put them to use. I spent 5 weeks making a course, a program, whatever you want to call it, and it is all down below. Now, a lot of people like booking a call with me instead. They like paying me, you know, for 30 minutes of my time so they can ask all the questions. Guys, I love helping you. I really do, and I want you to do that, but understand, for spending a little bit more on the course, it's gonna answer every single question. You just have to sit down for a couple hours to watch it and take notes. So if you're interested in doing Turo, cut the excuses, just do it. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. It's literally gonna take you getting off this video, putting down all other tasks, going online, looking up a car, going to see if you can purchase it, see if you can finance it, get through the things I just talked about, your money, your age, and your time factors that are holding you back, and list the car. You are the only person stopping you. At this point in your life, no one's gonna come push you to do this. No one. Turo is a great business for a side hustle if you're working a 9 to 5, or it's a great step into entrepreneurship. Now, a lot of people say, oh, build a Turo empire and, you know, get 20 cars. The chances you're gonna do that are so slim. That's what I thought I was gonna do. Turo is not gonna make you rich, guys. But you know what it is gonna do? It's gonna build you a bank account with a couple $1,000s, $20,000, $30,000. And you're gonna use that money as a stepping stone into your next venture. I really hope you don't use Turo to get rich and, you know, get 20, 40 cars that you're in debt to and put them on the platform, because that's not what it's about. It's just to get you ahead in life to the next journey in your entrepreneurship course. Don't feel like this is the end all be all for you. This is a stepping stone, and you might not know what you have to do next. And that's okay, because I didn't for the longest time, but I eventually figured it out. So if you enjoyed watching this video, leave a like, leave a comment. I appreciate it a ton. I love answering the comments, and God bless you all.